Hello, this is a strong and stable video. I'm Kasha, and today we're going to do a couple of minutes working on your core. So this is done seated today, so come to a nice steady chair and have your feet about hip width apart and placed on the ground. Either bare feet or shoes is fine for this. So feel yourself nice and steady from below, seated upright. Okay, so next thing to do is put your imagination hat on. Got it? And now you are seaweed. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, so seaweed's going to float up as tall as you can, right up. And now stay reeling tall through the crown of your head. Float your arms back down. Shoulders come down and your arms just float. Okay, so you stay really nice and tall through the middle for this session. Great. Alright, so core work is especially good for your posture, supporting your back. Also nice to think about how it attaches in around your hips, so very useful for when we're doing our walking and standing exercises. So, now that you're seaweed, let's just start with the hands. So let your hands palms face in and keep your shoulders relaxed and just feel that seaweedy feel. Now your arms are seaweed, right? You're just going to drift side to side. Can you get a little bit more flow in your fingers? Feel the water passing through them. So they kind of curl and float. Great. And we just start making it a little bit bigger if that feels okay for you. Alright, so maybe your head turns with your hands. Just feel yourself being pulled one side and then the other. And then start moving your ribs and your shoulders side to side. Okay. You don't necessarily need to look at the screen the whole time while you're doing this. Just try and feel quite a lot of space between your ribs and your hips, so you can kind of float and twist side to side. Option to try perhaps with your arms a little bit higher, or a little bit bigger movement, but still feel that kind of swishing side to side. How about if you turn your head to look behind you each time? So your ribs turn and the shoulder pulls back. Now, if you're banging into the back of the chair, just come seated a little bit further forward or float that back arm over the back of the chair. I don't know what your chair is like. 2 more. Floating, twisting, swooshing side to side, seaweeds. 1 more each side. Trying to get some fluidity and freedom around your neck and your shoulders. And a nice strong feeling down below. Okay, pause. Let's go up again. Maybe you inhale as you lift your arms up, sitting really tall. Let your arms drift back down. Let's see, breath come back to finding its own pace. And now we're going to go side to side. Okay, so lean over to one side. Perhaps the arm reaches out and then the other. So now you're being swooshed side to side. Let the weight move from side to side of your bottom. And as your ribs, maybe even your head and your arm lean to one side, can you feel when you do that, the further you go, the harder work it is. You've got more of your seaweed weight to carry. Okay, and you might have a slightly faster swooshing movement, so the water goes a little faster. You might have slightly bigger arms, but just keep going with the sideways movement. Getting those tissues in the side of your body really turn on so they can hold you into place and then drift you side to side. Good. Okay, last one. Pause back into the middle. Tall again, arms over your head. Inhale if that feels good. Nice full deep breath. Relaxing or drifting the seaweedy arms back down. And now we're going forward and back, so you might need to be a little further forward on the chair if that feels safe. Start with your hands here. And I'll just show you, we're going to be pulled forward now from the middle of our bodies. And then you imagine you're being pushed back from just under your ribs. And you pull back, pull forward, elbows back. Start doing the first couple, just having your seaweedy arms rest on your legs. while you get into the hang of this shape. So being pulled forward, stick your bottom back, lift your chest up, and then be pulled back, tighten in the belly, tail between your legs. Okay, now if that's feeling okay for you and perhaps your back is reasonably strong, you could float your arms back, and then as you're pulled backwards in the water, your arms float forward and you tuck your tail and tighten the belly. Coming up and you're pulled forward, and try and do a few more. Just let the arms float through the water. If you're doing the arms where you feel smooth and natural, floaty fingers, and try and get that wave ripple feeling in your spine. Sensing again, it's not just collapsing in the water, but a really nice, conscious, fluid, controlled feeling of playing with your body. And then come back to the middle. Hands down, sitting tall. Permission to take off your seaweed hat. Stay strong, stay stable. Nice to have you here, and we'll see you next time.